Benson. She is the rabbit coordinator for Pima.
She's out.
Kicked her out. This is Alan Weatherby. He's the king of poultry.
This is gonna call me the chicken man.
He's the chicken man. He's part of Sarita Community Club, and he's actually the Pima County Poultry Coordinator now.
When did that happen?
I thought that was she didn't keep.
Yeah.
All right.
Is this Casey Israeli? Sorry, Israeli.
Israeli.
Yeah, whatever. She's our poultry superintendent and helps me greatly and couldn't do it without her. So, and about 500 or 600 women that tell me what to do. So with that, I'm actually good at what I do.
This is Pam Friedman. She is the Pygmy Goat coordinator in your boots and buckles.
And this is Colleen Reed. She is the dog coordinator, and she's also with Push Ridge as their club.
And this is Amanda, and she's just visiting, and she's stuck in a meeting until Alan gives her the boxes.
Nice.
Very good.
That's how they get along.
Mandatory attendance. I'm gonna pick it myself. This is Leah. She's the Three Mountain Storage Club.
Yeah, 3 Mile Life.
Yeah. And then
Piggy goat and
she's gonna
poultry.
do poultry.
Okay, this is how we meet. Hi, I'm Delia. I'm with Catalina Mountaineers. And I'm a rabbit leader. This is Joanne Munman. She's my co-leader in Catalina Mountaineers, and she's my mom.
This is Amanda. She is the poultry leader, co-leader of Cornell Cornerstone Storage. And she's a club leader. And she's a former rodeo. Oh, and horse.
We don't have horse. Oh, maybe something.
But she teaches
She needs help with one, but yeah. This is David Patrick, and she said she's just a mom.
Everybody who's a
I know, that's what I said.
This is Aaron Leonard, and he's leader of poultry, or Pima and
thank you for your service.
Thank you. This is Connie, she's our community leader, Tierra Homesteaders. She does poultry, Katie, and whatever else used to happen.
This is Susan Jones. She is the KB coordinator.
And I'm not tied to any club.
Also not tied for you.
For me.
But for you, yeah.
Anyways, this is Tia McAvoy. And she is from Tierra Homesteaders, and I don't know what other, I know she does a bazillion projects.
I just made that. Sorry, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I mean, yes, the advisor is flowing well as that thing. This is Casey, advisor at Cienega.
This is Jeanette. She is the Dairy Goat Coordinator and also Sunrise Community Coordinator. This is Ashley, our extension application.
And then we have Ryan, who is our small stock chair and also part of Boots and Buckles.
Yeah.
Does all the projects.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, one thing real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for all you guys that came out. This is like the best turnout we've had for a small stock meeting, like whatever.
Okay, and I don't want to miss our two people. back
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh, I'm Sam, I'm just a dad.
We love just that.
Welcome.
This is Rebecca, she won't come.
Welcome.
Yeah, our small stock meetings have fell off severely. This is great because we all need to work together to get where we need to go at the end of the year. And continuously, we go to fair, we have leaders and such that come in there and are just dumbfounded at what the hell we're doing because they don't come to anything. and this is great. I mean, thank you for coming.
Thank you. Yes. At the top of your sheet, you'll see names and email addresses of your coordinators and superintendents. If there are any other corrections besides Jeanette's last name still, please let me know. I will fix that before the next meeting, Jeanette. The treasurer's report, numbers before tonight, but I have not seen them yet. So in retrospect, did she?
She emailed them as I was leaving my house for her.
The treasurer's report?
The treasurer report, yeah.
Oh, yeah, hey, okay. So I will get those updated, and email that out to the coordinators. Well, if she sends it out, you guys should all have it already. So I'll have the updated numbers on there next time. Reminders, quality assurance must be done by anyone willing, wanting to show, with the exceptions of, I believe, dog and horse projects. Any other animal project must have quality assurance completed before the ownership deadline for that species. For all of our purposes, that is January 31st.
I know the last meeting we talked about having some in person. I think you were going to have that up. Is that still an option?
Yeah, if they have, we'll choose available, yes. And if
There's-
not, there's another.
There's another person in our office that's getting certified. She'll be certified in October. So after that, she's open to do meetings. I have her email if you guys want to reach out to her.
Okay.
It's Hannah, HANNAH, Luz, LUZ, @arizona.edu.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Yeah, and you can reach out to her to schedule in person as well.
And also online, you can.
Yeah, and online. It's always easy as well. Yeah, Hannah Luz @arizona.edu.
All right. Rules of the premium book is not complete yet.
Should be this month.
Should be this month. Make sure, and we're trying to get hard copies made of that as well. Try to get it put back into a PDF form so that we can all have a hard copy of it if you'd like. As soon as that is available, I'll let you all know as well. But
That's a question.
yes,
Can we somehow clean up the, I know you can't clean up the internet, but somehow, right now, when you like search for the premium books, this happened last year, you get all different places of different years, but it's not obvious. And it makes it really challenging for new families to find the correct premium book, the right year that we're on, because there's ones from a couple years ago, like you're just, and they're not necessarily, I don't know how to
they
fix
don't
that.
necessarily come up in.
They don't come up in order, they don't come up,
So
I
I
only
Googled
have-
this morning and so we had the same problem last year, the 2020 and 2021.
2021, yes.
I Googled this morning and it pulled the 2021, 22, so last year's, up as first.
Okay,
And then like if you scroll down, there was all the rest of them.
Yeah, I only have control over the current website, so I don't know how they uploaded the past ones. I haven't been able to find where, like, I don't know who has control.
It's been like that for the last 4 years.
I know, I just,
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
I think
I can
it's
look into
the
it.
internet.
I always just email it, once it's available, I email the link out to
Yeah.
my club and they use
Yeah.
that. It's the
Yeah.
safest way.
So that's where I was headed was
I know.
people who are leaders in clubs. As soon as she lets us know that that new premium book is live, please email that out to all your people and encourage them to read the sections that pertain to them.
Yeah, because there will be some changes in certain sections.
There are some changes overall in the small stock section. There are some changes overall in the sales section. So anybody that's looking to show small stock or participate in the auctions needs to read those sections to know those rules, plus whatever animals they're showing.
Project
Just-
changes.
Please familiarize yourself with the rules. I can't say that enough because questions come up with things at fair and immediately I'm going to the premium book. I'll have it up on my phone. I'm going to the premium book and that's the final law, period. One thing, that's the way we're doing it.
When you come ask the question, is look in the premium book. If you don't understand it, ask me a question.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna sit there all day. and answer questions.
As
Right.
leaders, it's gonna help you out a lot. And if they do have questions and answers.
They can answer their own most.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll save you hours.
So then I do have a question. So is it gonna go to us first before it goes live? That way ensures that, because I know that between Lisa and I, we've been making changes between Rabbit and Katie, especially that first weekend. And so I know that I have to make changes despite what I've already given Ashley. So that's
Yeah, we
why
have
I'm
to do
like,
it too.
okay,
Yeah, I'll send it to all the coordinators first before I send it to both leaders, and I'll get
Okay.
verification that it's good to go.
okay. I just want to ensure that.
We do just-
Did you see ours from all three?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Age brackets have not changed for this year. Age brackets are as of December 31 of this year. Whatever the age they are on that day is the age they're showing for this year. Fair theme is Hot Wheels, in case you were not aware yet. And with that, we'll get on to project updates. Katie.
Okay, all right. So a couple things. Not this weekend, next weekend, the 23rd is a combined event promoting 4-H, trying to get more people to sign up for different projects. And that's gonna be at Workplace Mall. The doors don't open until 10 o'clock. And so the event really doesn't start and it's gonna go from 11 to 4. I'm encouraging all project leaders from large to small stock, from rocketry to STEM program to, the ambassadors to come. Because this way, we can promote 4-H within our community instead of going to our typical, the bee store, okay? Because one that inspired me was the fact that at fair, they're like, I always hear people talk about, and this past fair, I was sitting more often because I was forced to sit there more often. But I listened to a lot of people like, I've never heard of 4-H and blah, blah, blah. And two, it was a presentation that Ashley had done, when she was going for the position. And so I'm like, hey, why don't we do Workplace Mall? And so, so the event is not the 23rd, okay? Even if you want to come and promote your club, okay? I'm encouraging club leaders to come and promote, okay? Workplace Mall, will provide the tables and the chairs. We do not need to bring our own tables and chairs, because I did not like meeting up, and I've been emailing them, and I found out that they're in the process, they just got bought out by another company. So I thought that was interesting.
So when you do that, we can bring some, maybe some ultra cages up the table.
Yeah,
And
so
we probably
my,
want bedding and all that stuff, but
yeah, we don't want no loose bedding, no loose hay, because it's gonna be quite messy,
Yeah.
okay? This is the public, you gotta think of, public, and we wanna make sure we promote 4-H in a different light versus, a messy barn. Okay,
So a couple cages, puppy pads, some white tees. Just keep it clean.
right,
Keep
yeah,
it clean, keep it neat, keep it small.
Where's the location? I know Park Place Mall. but
it's gonna be right there in center court,
Center Court. Okay.
Yeah.
Where they always
Claire's
have-
is.
yeah.
Claire, between Claire's and Victoria's Secret. Right? They had a reptile show last weekend, and that's why.
Oh.
Did it really?
Yeah, I was their shop, like, we were shopping and they had a whole bunch of, they had dogs rescued and then they had reptile rescues. That's where they were, so I'm assuming that's where we'll be.
Yeah, we're gonna be right there in center court, so that's gonna be like where, all the jewelry stores are.
You mean where Santa usually is? like-
Yeah, where Santa
Yeah.
and all,
That's not
whatever.
where I
Yeah, so then we put it in the
Oh,
middle of Center Court.
Yeah, where Santa is usually hanging out, or.
Alan knows. But I know what the Easter Bunny,
Yeah, the Easter Bunny is. like there in center court. So, yeah, so they're willing to provide all the tables and the chairs if they wanna make it looking like a nice event. Instead of us bringing our tables and empty chairs, they don't really want that. I'm like laughing up there thinking, that's what it's about. But anyways, it's okay.
Are we gonna have like 4-H tablecloths or anything?
They're gonna provide the tablecloths, but if you guys wanna bring your own tablecloth, that's fine. But yeah, they're willing to put the tablecloths on it. I'm here like, okay.
So they're gonna be black tablecloths, they work for Park.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
black tablecloths.
Is there gonna be
they
any
can
green?
play and play Park Place together.
I see, I have a roll of, and I don't know how much I have left, and I've had it for like the last 5 years, is, green tablecloth that I can stretch across like a table.
We could create a couple, like banners or something like that, I have multiple.
Right, so then,
In
so I want
general,
people to like
or
create like a poster to promote like your club or your project or whatever. You know, I wanna make an awesome event. I'm trying to. I've been already like putting like little flyers up at like some of the feed stores. I've even promoting it on my own Facebook page, which obviously goes to everybody, but people thought that was a really cool idea to have it at a mall. So, and then on top of all that, we're having like a single KD show kind of a thing, just to show off like the guinea pigs. And I'm promoting the fact that you can have a guinea pig in an apartment. Because I can tell you, my daughter and I, we had 3 stacks in the dining room area. And then 1 in my daughter's room. So, and you can have them in an apartment setting. So, I'm hoping that this will be a great event. So, anyway, so going along with KB, actually it's just less than a month away is Arbor Nationals, and I always go every year. Why, I have no idea, but I know that there are kids that are in need of KBs, but you got to get with me really quick because I'm already reaching out to breeders on the East Coast and those. A few from Canada that I'm bringing some animals back for some kids. Something I've always done. So if there's kids out there that are looking for KBs, I'll bring some back. Whatever breed you're looking for, I'm sure I can find it.
When do you want that deadline by?
I need it like within a couple weeks. So like by next Saturday. Okay. First, November 4th is Bird and Feather. And then January 27th is Rabbit KB Classic. We did just, Lisa and I decided to move it up to January because of the expo or show down. I'm still calling it an expo. I don't think that.
I think they called it the roundup this last year.
Yeah, around.
Yeah, and then
Changes
the
every-
livestock something.
Stock show and wrap.
27th. I think it's the 27th,
Or
I
that
think that's right.
classic.
yeah.
Where is that gonna be?
And it'll be across the way.
That's a 4-H.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do like 3 days of catch up, which like I was sick last week, so it just threw my whole schedule off. And then in between all of that time, we do have some KB breed shows. There's a big one that's going to be the first Saturday in December at the fairgrounds. It's in conjunction with Rabbit. So if kids are still looking for rabbits or even KBs, they can go to that show as well. But other than that, you know, that first weekend of fair, we do, I did secure a dual judge. So we're going to have the same judge do KB on Saturday, and Lisa can talk about rabbit. I was going to say something like more, I'll let Lisa talk about rabbit. So, because we do a lot of things in conjunction with each other.
Yeah.
So, And then I'm gonna be planning a couple of KV know-hows. I'm not sure where I'm gonna have them yet, but I'm planning one, probably November, and then another one, probably in February or March. I have to work around my own work schedule, so, and that way, if there's any new kids out there that wanna learn about KV or wanna know about their own KV, you can certainly get to know that, so, that's all I have.
Awesome. I know Tanya wasn't able to come tonight for Pigeon. Did she give, Casey, did she give you guys anything? All right,
Can we
well,
see if it comes back?
since he just left the room, we'll skip to Piggy
Oh,
Go.
he's back.
Oh, he's back. Did Tanya give you anything for Pigeon?
No, she did not.
Okay.
Banded birds.
Birds have to have seamless bands.
Yeah,
this
get your
year.
bands
I know
ordered.
that.
If you're late getting the bands on, just order a size up from what you think you need, and get it on there.
What is the way?
A little lubrication, bending one toe backwards, typically one toe you got bent back. I'm not a pigeon guy,
It works. It does.
but, you know, just wiggle it on, be surprised. It might seem a little tight at the beginning. I've never broke a toe yet.
Baby oil works.
Maybe oil, that's what
All right. Moving on to poultry.
Poultry, oh my God.
He wasn't
We're gonna do a separate thing on turn feathers.
Yes,
Okay, so.
yeah, that's under new business.
Okay, so, small stock in general has been doing some fundraising. We've got approval. We raised about $4,500 for new cages. We ran out last year. So we have approval from the, Pima County Junior Livestock Sales Committee. We're gonna match our funds. Talked with John Baker from the Southwest Fair Commission, totally on board. You're gonna have to get a vote on that, but it's seeming like it's just gonna follow right on through. And we're gonna bring in some more of our large pens that we can use for our production animals, because we keep on growing in that aspect, which is probably the most important thing we do, is the food production. That's what we really should be about. And we're looking forward to that, and as many number 2 Piper coops as we can get, which are very beneficial. They can be used for poultry, for rabbit. We got the dividers, so all the animals are very safe, not tearing into each other. So that's gonna be a great, awesome improvement. So we'll have a total of like $13,500 in new pens here, definitely before fair hits. So we can recycle some old stuff out, maybe get some of it repaired and fixed, and, you know, hoping for anticipated growth.
Are we gonna have to put those together on Fair Work Day?
Oh, you are.
She's really
No.
good at it.
For scheduling.
They're already built, they're pop-up pens, literally, you just open it up and it sets up. Just like the other ones, you don't have, no, we're not rabbit, we don't put 26,000
Rabbit,
zip
we
ties.
just kind of on them. So
Yeah.
the rabbit's small.
But no, they're not nothing we have to build and put together necessarily, we just set them up, just like normal cages. Some different changes we can look at, I've mentioned this a couple times with other things, is we are gonna have to help to tear down. I don't know to what degree, I'm trying to, you know, we need to negotiate that with the fairgrounds a little bit, but they're kind of demanding the fact that we break all of our cages down. I really think what's gonna happen is we're gonna stack that, we're gonna stack our plywood, we're gonna stack the tables.
Which is really interesting because we started doing that this year and they told us to stop.
I said stop because.
No, the barn guys told us to stop because they were gonna do it.
Yeah,
They're like,
okay,
that's our job, we're gonna do that.
I said it to you,
Alright.
I said it to you, and,
So
Okay, we'll figure it out.
maybe the worst thing we ever did was try to be nice.
we'll just, why don't you and I try to see if we can set up a time to sit down with Pam Stomsky and just have a discussion about that?
Correct. Because
Get us all on the
basically,
same page and we'll be good.
I know everybody's ready to go, fair's over, kids gotta go back to school Monday.
Right.
So we're all gonna have to stay here until we're done.
Who's
So
paying?
huh?
Pam
is the
Stomsky is the fair barn manager.
She was here last time.
Yeah,
right?
she
She sat right over
Why
here.
don't you have Sean Baker come to that meeting as well?
I don't know if John Baker wants to deal with that aspect.
Yeah, I think he has Sam handle all of the,
Yeah.
like, little fair
He's
details
kind of
like that.
stepping on her toes. She runs it. If she has problems, I think she runs it back through John Baker.
Okay.
but
Yes.
he's probably not gonna come to that meeting. It's my opinion only.
Yeah,
He's
Pam's
a great
pretty
guy.
good about if
Very
something's
helpful with us.
a decision she shouldn't be making, she'll take it up the chain.
So we gotta look forward to that this year. With poultry, we're probably looking at, we need to compensate, we need 2 judges no matter what we do. We know this for a couple. We gotta pay for that. And one part of it is, you know, we had 750 birds or whatever, or maybe 650 entries, but a lot of our sets of 3. But per entry or something, we may have to charge $1 per entry to help pay for one of those judges. They cost us considerably more than what the fairgrounds gives us for it. So we have to raise our own money to make this, unless you want.
And that's not only just the cost of the judge, it's airfare for the second judge, it's hotel for the second
Yes.
judge, a vehicle if they demand one as a judge. It's all of that cost.
Right.
Meals while they're here. The fair takes care of a lot of that stuff to a price point, but that's only for one judge. And if we've got enough entries that we've gotta have 2 judges, then we gotta find another way to come up.
Right, so we're thinking like $1, you know, per entry, you know, so maybe it's several $100s. You know, I know some families have a lot of kids, and I don't think it's fair that one family, you know, puts out a considerable amount of money, so we're probably put a cap on that per family. So that, you know, you got 26 kids, and you got, you know, 103 birds not paying half the bill, you know? So we'll figure that out. And
That
try
needs to go in the premium book though. It does. We need to have that in the premium book.
If you're
If we're
requiring
charging.
it.
If we're charged, we can't do that on the entry level.
We need to have it in the premium book that will be a charge at fair entry time.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, 'cause I'm already done with that.
It's a real quick email.
All right,
Yeah.
so, yeah, so we'll get that done. We'll get that done. Sorry to pay for it.
Yeah, make her do it.
Yeah, like that.
Right, just some,
You have a secretary.
we're good. You can read, she got elected.
I know, he did a secretary, an assistant.
We'll leave the sales committee thing on for right now.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're trying to work workday, okay, not workday like normal, you know, free fair type thing. We have an entire building, I don't think a lot of you are familiar with it, and a lot of our 4-H stuff is stored. And it's very kind of disorganized, dysfunctional. We got sinks that are sitting in there from like, I don't know, 1990 when they remodeled some bathrooms, like before they remodeled them last time. That have been sitting there, I've been trying to get them out of there and other things. We're gonna have fair people there also, because they don't want to throw their stuff away. They know what else to do with it. But we're having a little trouble getting our dates set in between events and stuff, and we'll be out there where all the horse stuff goes. We're probably gonna be getting another like 30 sheets of new plywood we need painted. We have sawhorses that need some repair, and screws, and some new things built, and new plywood, and cleaning, and restocking this thing, and getting it organized. We're gonna have rabbit tables sitting out in the weather, rotting away, and our stuff is taken care of. Some of the maintenance, especially the painting part, makes our stuff last a very long time. The place has termites in it. Pallets, a lot of things are stacked on, they're totally rotted out on the bottom. It's, you know, we got a day's work to do, and then the following day, we'll need a smaller crew, maybe just to reach some of that stuff back in the barn. But we're gonna pull a bunch of stuff out, spread out, get it done, and take care of things.
See you.
Because my husband works on days and they have these metal pallets that they just take out. that they bring together.
I'll take everyone you got.
And they might be plastic or metal.
Okay, plastic, metal, termite, stone.
Either one, termites.
So,
don't need it.
how's that, you don't give me a number, like what do you need?
50.
Like 5 years,
Whatever you find, it just shows up random times, so I'll tell them to just grab them.
Start getting them.
Because they
Start
just-
getting
Just start getting, because that stuff is not gonna deteriorate, the termites will not eat. And it's great for stacking things on. It's a dirt floor, our building has a dirt floor in it. and it's a little rough. You know, we got some work to do.
I don't know if I can, but I'll see, whatever you can.
I'm sure you can. If you,
You know you're lying to
It
it.
might take 3 years, but
give
2
us
years.
a
Give
little,
me that to Amber and you gotta do it.
you have it in you.
Fair trade right there.
I think I'll do it too.
All right, so you'll let Ashley know and she'll
We're
send
gonna-
out a wide.
With the other small stock and it includes Susan on that too, so we have a couple of those guys out there and just work together, you know?
Is this gonna be before the winter storm?
This is gonna be well before, we're hoping,
Yeah, it's
that
gonna
we were,
have to be.
we were shooting for October. Maybe January or February, but it's not gonna be in April.
It'll be
So,
cool out.
yeah, we're just waiting for it to cool off, otherwise,
Yeah.
we could have done it last weekend.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You could have done it last week.
Yeah.
We're all sick.
Oh my God. They just-
All right.
Okay. Okay, just a couple shows real quick and I'll be done. All right, Ryan's pressing me, he's want to be here all night.
Let's go.
Okay. Patsy County Show, October 27th to 28th, Poultry Show, Patsy County, Pigeon Show, Patsy County. It's actually a triple show, one on Friday, two on Saturday. You enter all the shows if you want, or you enter one show. Within that, they have youth shows. So the youth show is no extra cost or anything. It's just absolutely included in your youth. All you have, you've got youth on your entry. Tucson Fancy Fowl Show will be December 30th. And that'll be a double show also. It'll be basically a one-day show. You can check in that morning and leave that night. Safford Show is January 13th, Martin Luther King weekend. That'll probably be a double show also. They're all pretty much the same, where we do a youth show within it. Youth shows are free, included in your entry in the open show. So, 13th. Yeah.
So the one on December 30th is at Pima County Fairgrounds.
Yes, there'll be a Thurber Hall, Pima County Fairgrounds.
When you have entry paperwork for each of those, can you send them out to
I
everybody?
will get that, all that information to everybody. Yeah, I'll send it all out to everyone, so.
You have the list, right?
Yeah, I think so.
If you need-
There'll be poultry
Yeah,
shows,
I'll pull it
pigeon
together.
shows,
Except it's finalized, but yeah.
always adding to that at the end, right? When do we cut off the old?
Usually it's December is the last, because some clubs have it till November. Is yours
Yeah, we
November?
cut off November.
Yeah, so like December 1st is like cutoff.
Yeah, that's kind of like just free ownership. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, you good?
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm good.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm excited to hear some other clubs are starting to do picking, a bit. If you're interested, I'm working on putting together a picnic clinic. So kind of countywide clinic, and someone from Phoenix, who has a lot of picnic experience to come and do a showmanship clinic. So, I'm looking at, think of October or if we're November. I know November's really busy, but.
Sundays are more open on.
Yeah, I'm hoping that might end up working better Sunday afternoon, so be on the lookout for that. If you have anyone who's interested in doing pygmy for fur and feather, you don't have to have a goat, just get with me. We have enough goats, so if somebody just wants to try it out, we are more than happy to put a goat in their hand, and let them try out pygmy goat for fur. They would still need to pay the entry and all of that, but it would still, they don't have to bring their pygmy goat. And if you need pygmy goats, let me know. Because I know of a few, I'm trying to kind of figure out what the real need is. There's some different breeders we might be able to work with, that I've been talking to, so let me know if you are in the need, because do not wait until January, because pygmies are hard to find. They're hard to find, right now, so if you are needing them, let me know. We can really be on the lookout to try to help find some pygmies.
The Marana FFA coordinator's going to be reaching out to you.
Okay.
She asked me about it today. I gave her a couple of people's names and told her to contact you. Anything else?
Nope, that is it for me.
Do you eat those things?
You can, yeah. You can eat,
They're
you can eat anything. I mean, they're considered a meat, they're considered a meat goat.
You can.
I would.
Yeah.
They're just an exotic.
So they're more expensive. Yeah, you can actually have pig and goat in the back, like a property in the middle of town without it because it's an exotic animal.
Yeah.
Well, it's also urban agriculture.
Yes.
Question on that, the
It's,
meat
it
lab,
is or isn't.
across the street, yeah, that great big giant,
City was perfect.
Okay.
uh,
And we digress so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Can we reserve that thing?
I don't know. I can ask them, but it's not on my list of reservations.
We wanna do a sit down clinic type thing.
We can use the classroom.
The classroom.
Yeah, we have like the modular classroom, right off the side
Super
of
cute.
the shed and stuff. She can use that classroom.
It's rather small, right?
It is smaller. They use it for the rabbits.
I wonder if they
Some
have-
house a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Do you want
I
to
can
Close,
see.
see if
Yeah.
there's space for you.
Yeah, I can ask. They're under renovation, so I'll find out if we can.
All right,
Well done, let's go.
all right, rabbit.
All right, guys, we had our first rabbit workshop on Saturday and it was huge. The room was packed. We might need to expand or something. Yeah, if it continues like that. We had 2-3 breeders there that were helping us out. So, I know they still have some rabbits. I've got some other breeders that are asking me if I need rabbits right now. So if you know anybody who needs rabbits, I can get those for you. I'm with Pam on Fur and Feather. I want everybody who wants to participate. So if they don't have a rabbit yet, but they want to learn about rabbit, we'll figure out a rabbit and we'll find one that they can use to show, just to see if it's even something they want to do. I'd rather do that than get something and then have to get rid of it.
I'm headed to Prescott next weekend for a vision meeting,
Okay?
so you got a connection up there.
I do,
know There's some people up there.
A lion head I need.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm just letting you know I'm headed that way.
because I hear Tanya's switching to lion heads now. I just saw that she
I
got
have
two.
no idea.
He's like, I'm not going. She just
I
got
have
two.
no idea.
Anyway, I've got that. So again, Fern Feathers on November 4th. That's showmanship. There are changes. I know Susan and I are sharing a judge now. So Saturday, that first weekend of fair, we'll be doing showmanship at 9 a.m. We usually do it on Sunday, but the breed judge for KB will be judging on Saturday, and he's not gonna be able to get to both of us on the same day. So Saturday will be 9 a.m. showmanship. Susan and I will work together because she'll be running breed show at the same time. But we'll figure it out. We usually do. And then Sunday will be our breed show at 9 a.m. in that center ring.
Make sure your kids know breed shows tend to last quite a long time. We get a lot of questions of when will this be over?
Yeah.
So just plan to have a whole day there, pack your lunch, pack your dinner.
Same with showmanship. It's
Whatever.
Yes.
Don't change your schedule, you get crucified.
Oh, well, I know that all 4-H shows run late. Okay, we all start late.
Start late and end late.
Yeah.
That'll be Saturday the 20th and Sunday the 21st.
20 minutes late. Guaranteed.
All right, Colleen?
It's for premium book already, and, we are holding our Wilson show on November 18th. I'm still looking for a club to help, sponsor that. We are in the process of raising money to replace some of our utility equipment, very expensive. The tunnels cost, several hundreds to $1,000, just for one tunnel. And, I'm working with an AKC young lady, to offer, some showmanship clinics this year. And that's it.
Where's the November 18th show?
Over across the street.
Of this season?
Where we were in the weekend.
Okay.
For show sponsorship, what do you mean by looking for a club to sponsor that?
Oh, so, within the Dog Project, our 2 shows will quiz and pre-fair. One of our clubs will and running that show.
If you like. If you want.
What do you do? Don't do that, please, okay?
Anything else, Colleen? All righty, Jeanette,
We're into, to teach the kids how to paint and sticker.
I don't really have much of an update,
no
so,
thanks from you.
no.
Any updates on getting new leaders qualifications pushed through?
That's happening pretty quickly with Madison. So if you guys have people that need to be processed, send them through Madison Ramirez. I can give you her email. It's M Ramirez, if anyone needs that, M Ramirez 519 Arizona.edu. Sounds good. Yeah, she's been pretty speedy, so she's been good about that. Getting things processed. Like I said, the premium book should be live this month, hopefully. That's really hopeful. It should be. I mean, I have most everyone's edits now. I'm just working on the website, updating those. So it should be this month. That's really all I've got.
Just remind kids of the spelling of the word, there's multiple spellings.
Yeah, it's RAMIRE. In Ramirez 519. Yeah.
It's just multiple spells.
Yeah.
All right, new business. Before I get to what I have on here, the first thing I want to bring up is the sale committee's last meeting. They discussed at length and made the decision to increase commissions to the sale committee for the first time in over 20 years. So both small and large stock commissions are going up by 5% as of this year. And that is just to combat inflation more than anything else.
It covers things like scholarships. They really want to increase the scholarship give out that they've been doing, so they're working on things like that and just the overhead costs of buyer's breakfast.
And the pool for scholarships that we have has been going down each year just because we're not
being
putting enough into it.
And that was 5%, you said?
Yeah, it's going up by 5%. So small stock will be paying a 15% commission. But the flip side of that is, it was maybe 5 or 6 years ago, the average price for small stock going out of the sale was about $300, and the average this year was almost $1,000. So, I mean.
What's the large stock commission? I know this is.
It's 10%.
So it was 5 and now it's going to 10.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why are they charging small stuff more than what?
Well, because the prices are.
Because small stock brings in so much significantly less, and it takes the same amount of work and the same amount of money to put on the sale as it does for large.
Ask the same question.
So, yeah,
Oh,
I asked the same question.
Yeah, we all were like, what's the reason for this? Are
So-
we skipping small stock, but no deal, but it makes sense.
Just add something to that real quick is, they're working hard on making sure, like, our money for scholarships and stuff is gonna directly go more towards our kids that are coming out of our program and not get lost in, maybe 4-H Foundation stuff, but Los Staros just seems to have their crap together.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing a lot better job managing those scholarships. They don't charge us anything for it. And these kids that work hard are gonna go there. It's a great place for them to go and get a little help with that. So it'll be really worth it.
So, all right, moving on to fur and feather. Want to see if we can get some volunteers to just kind of oversee certain things and to try to coordinate more volunteer help within each of those things. First off is raffle table. We try to typically get people to work for like an hour at a time at the raffle table, selling tickets and stuff like that. But I kind of need one person to just oversee that, help set it up, and just make sure those people are in place to help run that. Can I get a volunteer? Aaron, thank you very much. Do you have any questions about how we do all that? You and I can get together and we can go over that.
I can help you if you.
Oh, hang on, because there's more.
Well,
There's
you
more.
have your own.
That's fine, I can't help you.
Jeanette, is your husband willing to still help oversee snack bar? Okay, we need to definitely get more, like, send out a sign up genius to get more people to help with that this year. Like, there's no reason your husband and kids have to be there running it all the time, that's not cool.
Yeah, if we need to at some point, 'cause the snack bar seems to get greatly, just on a couple people
Yeah.
consistently. We just may have to mandatorily say, we got 12 member, you gotta do it. Or don't,
Well,
or
it's
don't
very
do
hard
any of
to
it.
have kids because they don't
Yeah, we
back
need,
very well.
Yeah.
So we were, last year, we were counting the money for them and handing it back. So it'd be better to be more adult.
yeah, we
Well, maybe
need,
we
for
could do
snack
it how
bar,
we did the 4-H food booth back in the day. You have to sign up like as a kid, but then a leader or parent would go with you.
Yeah, you should have an adult.
Yeah.
But it's not a very huge space, so you don't wanna
Yeah.
have too many bodies.
for the space we have, and the amount of stuff we're trying to do there, it would be better if we have like 3 adults in there at a time. Yes, Fern Feather is also definitely open to FFA. And just so you all know, we're sending out, as soon as I have a flyer made, we're gonna be sending out the Fern Feather flyer to other counties as well. We've, in the past, had a couple of kids come from the Phoenix area. I'd like to expand that.
On that note, dog parties, so just that will hit all of our shows as well.
Awesome. If you want to help volunteer for something, I need somebody to head up my registration table this year.
He and Aaron has.
No, I thought Aaron's gonna be raffle. Jeanette's husband is helping with food, overseeing that. I also need somebody though to help me with the registration.
So what does registration entail? Does that entail signing everyone up prior to?
We can send out links like we did last year, right?
They'll be like pre-registered.
Yeah, so we can do,
sign up genius.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll kind of just check them in.
You'll be
Oh,
safe,
right, okay, we can do that.
there will be some that don't sign up ahead of time, that just sign up at the door day of. But we're gonna try to get as many people as possible to sign up ahead of time, so we have the list, and all you gotta do is just check them in. Maybe take payments for a few who don't like doing Zoom or whatever.
Or what time?
Are we gonna have a laptop to work with?
I can.
If possible.
We can see if we can get it digitized. I mean, I had multiple copies of my pre-registration sheets made up last time.
Yeah, that's fine, we can just go through and check. Is there gonna be we're gonna have a queue? I heard you just say something about money.
If people are gonna pay day of, it has to be cash, and it has to be exact change.
Yeah, cash, day of.
Oh, are we gonna do like a prepaid cheaper than?
Yes.
And then what time does registration start?
Pre-register was 5 days.
Show starts at 9. We advertise registration starts at 8. But if we can be there ready to go at 7:30 to start getting the people who are there helping set up and stuff taken care of, it just helps everything along.
I'll be there
This
at
is at
7.
the fairground?
No, it's.
It's across the street at the covered
Yeah.
Ramada.
Right here.
Yeah,
Oh, in the back, there's 2 of you, is gonna make
please
your
don't
life
go
so
to,
much easier.
please don't go to the fairgrounds that day.
So I have pre-registration, $5 per exhibitor per animal.
I just wanna make sure I'm clear though, by signing up for this, do I need to mark it? Like, am I the
No.
one that's marketing?
No,
the-
you're gonna take money and hand you.
Okay.
Just day of. Just check
Yeah.
it, simple, easy.
I'll get with you and go over the exact details.
Okay,
It's $5 per animal that they.
Well, it's
There's no
project, so I'm thinking it should be $5 per project,
Per project, per kid.
per kid. 5 and 6, or should we go up?
That's fine.
Okay.
$6 a day of.
$6 day of.
What's the difference
Just
between per
showmanship.
project and per animal?
Are you doing a breed
Because it's
show?
only showmanship.
Well, so normally it would be,
Susan?
so for the
Are you
breed
doing
show,
a
I
breed
can have
show?
20 rabbits.
Yeah.
Right, you're only gonna
So-
bring one because you're doing
So
something.
Katie does a breed show that day, everybody else is just showmanship.
No, Katie.
Katie always has to be different.
I'll put,
I know, come on.
I'll put C Susan.
Susan will take the rest of them up.
No, actually, that would go to Heather.
Okay.
No, because she's.
Is it gonna be separate from us? Is it gonna be like a?
I didn't think that.
The breed show's gonna be separate from us.
Separate, yeah.
Okay, so breed show has nothing to do with us.
Okay, so I'm gonna just put Katie.
President of Triangle.
And the rest of them,
Yeah. that KV Breed Show.
Registration separate.
I don't know if I
have
have on there.
one KV show and one KV for breed, is that $10? Or is it $5?
It's, so they're just gonna be a separate charge
They're just-
completely.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about that, this is gonna be separate. We're gonna have to do it.
It's literally like two shows just at the same facility.
All we have to worry about is the showmanship show.
Yes.
They'll take care of their own breed show.
We do our
I want to remind all the coordinators, if you haven't already started doing so, line up your judges for Fur and Feather. And may not be too early to start thinking about round robin judges for fair as well.
already got that.
Jeez.
I
Susan,
knew
make
you
this
did.
look bad.
Because
Um,
I start asking in advance,
Yeah.
because I don't know people's schedule, and I can start
Exactly.
figuring it out.
And
Um,
ask for all the judges in October for
Yeah, for
fair.
fair, she wants those as soon as possible.
She wants us to have our judges lined up, it's just facility and.
Oh,
Yes, we should.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us
See if
know.
we
Kind
can
of just
share.
mentioned
Yes.
it, sort of, but she didn't put a formal date, she just said
She
she
just
wanted
said
us
she
to.
wanted them by October.
Wow.
Okay,
So she
so
can start sending out letters
Get
and
on it.
getting them
Oh,
going.
we've already talked.
right on. I know of
Never take this. I'll stop you this job.
I know of 3 that can do both. In case y'all don't know all 3.
I probably got one.
I don't know.
Any other questions about Fur and Feather? All right,
Can I decorate the registration table?
absolutely any way you want. We've had some people ask about bringing back the Zoom option for these meetings. So I just want to bring that up for discussion. Before I open it to discussion, I want to let you guys know where I'm coming from. The state office has asked us to have meetings in person. I believe we should have meetings in person. Personally, whether we have a Zoom option or not, I think if people have business to present at the meeting or to talk about at the meeting, I think you need to be at the meeting. That's my personal opinion on it. I like having the Facebook Live thing because that gives us a way for people to see what's going on, hear what's going on, but not necessarily interrupt the meeting.
We don't have 5 people, so it's not worth it.
Right, and she sent it out to the people who were asking for the Zoom meeting, and there's still only 5 people on the Facebook Live right now.
I do just
So-
get a lot of questions about Zoom, so it's, I don't know how you guys feel about doing that option.
Personally, I think even if we bring back a Zoom option, as opposed to the Facebook Live thing, I think we need to make it clear that personally, that if you've got business at the meeting, you need to be at the meeting. That's my opinion.
Well, also,
It's just-
I don't wanna be at the office for 2 people to show up here and then the rest of us are online, that's a little, like, wasteful of my time, honestly, if we're gonna do the Zoom option. Because that's what has happened with my
Well-
committees in the past, where I say we can do a Zoom or hybrid option, and then there's me and one other person and 30 people on Zoom. And then it's like, well, both of us could have just been at home for this, so.
And the reality is, we just can't conduct the same meeting on Zoom that we can in person.
We'll just make it a requirement that like the coordinators or leaders or whatever
Yeah.
have to be in person.
And I understand stuff happens.
I just
Tanya
get
couldn't
that
be here
question, I
tonight.
get
That's
very
just the way it goes.
frustrated people when I say no, there is no Zoom. I get very frustrated.
Yeah, but there's
Somebody
that.
plays.
I get texts that are like, hey, can you ask this question?
Yeah,
Well, that, and I'm monitoring the live right now. I said, hey, if you have any questions, I'm here. And I've gotten that. So.
Well, the only time for me would be next month, because I will be in Toledo, so.
You just give
Well,
us
and
your
if-
info, we'll tell you.
And if
We'll do it for you.
If one of the coordinators can't be here because of a trip or something like that, let us know and we'll find a way for you to call in. I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
I mean, I understand life happens, but personally, I don't think we should add Zoom back in.
Well, you know, the other reason is because we don't know each other, a lot of us.
Right.
It's nice to see people's faces, so
for
when
sure.
you're at
Absolutely.
fair and you see someone, even if you don't remember your name, you can acknowledge, how's it going, how's the project going, blah, blah,
can you
blah.
put this cage together?
Can you read the registration table?
Awesome.
She's in charge of the cages.
Oh, that's right.
Any other discussion on that?
I'm sorry.
Awesome. So we're
We
gonna
got you.
continue as we're currently doing it.
Zoom no longer. YouTube no longer.
We're gonna keep doing what Lisa's doing and that, because that's working great.
I love it.
And it's a YouTube account, so you don't have to be a member of anything. You just can look on YouTube and watch
There
it.
you go.
And it saves it, so if you have the link, you can go back and watch it.
I heard you say these.
Oh, yeah, it gets saved.
Good Lord.
That's why I thought we
All right.
wanted that part too. It's not gone, November.
Thank you for fixing that. Correction on my announcements, there is no October meeting for sale committee. That is November. Let me quickly look up the date.
7.
November 7th will be the next sale committee meeting,
November
Go
7th?
to that?
Yes.
November 7th.
You're welcome
It is
to come to that
open,
if
you are
want.
welcome to come to that if you'd like to know what the sale committee is doing. We just announced them so that people can't say, I didn't know that existed. There you go. Our next meeting will be October 9 at 6:30 right here in this room. Any other questions, comments, or snide remarks?
That makes sense.
What?
That was
You
meant
should go
to-
Josh Campbell's tonight remarks.
All right, meeting is adjourned.
Never say these out of my life.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah,
are there
you
any
can
other
say
questions, comments, or snide remarks?
Yeah, well, you cut me off, you ended the meeting. I'm looking down.
Right, because I knew I opened up something.